Hello everyone! This session is especially prepared for people that have knee issues but would like to do some exercises for their spine and back. So first what we do, we're going to lay down on our backs. The hands you can place next to you here, on your stomach, on the side, really wherever you prefer. It really does not matter. We're going to start with our feet, and what we're going to do is we're going to switch between two positions. First, we're going to have the flexed position, which represents this. So in this position, the toes are going towards you and the heels are pushing that way. And the other one is pointing, which means that in this position, the toes are pointing towards the opposite direction. Okay. Wonderful. We're going to do them alternating. So we're going to start in neutral and then we're going to bring one into flex, then one into pointing, and then we're going to turn and do the opposite side. And again. And just switch your own speed. Just remember which side you started on, so you always finish on the opposite. And just relax on the floor. And just feel how your shoulders are relaxed, how your chest is relaxed on the floor, your weight is completely on the floor, distributed nicely throughout the whole body, and your head is also relaxed on the floor, so everything is relaxed and only the feet and the calves are working, the ankles. And let's do last two. So we started on the right side flexed, we finish on the right side pointing, and we relax. If you feel like there is a little bit tension there, you can just shake the feet and just relax and let go of everything, and just notice the warmth in your feet. And then just open your eyes, and we're going to go with the next exercise. This one is a little bit more intensive. We're going to bring the leg up, and you want to keep the knee stretched. So if you can't bring it that high, you can bring it lower as long as you keep the knee stretched, because when you bend it, then it's much easier. So you want to keep the knee stretched, and then you let go down. We bring the other one, and we let go down. You want your head to always look just forward. Of course, you want to check the exercise when I tell you, but try to then look completely forward. And you can do it in your own speed, but really try to do it with the muscle strength and not fast. So this would be fast, right? That's a little bit fast, and that makes the muscles a little bit less activated. While here, I completely use my muscle strength, and it's all through the muscle strength, and relax down. And just place your hands wherever you want. You can place them on the side, anywhere you would like to, and just really try to relax the shoulders and the head. So you want to engage only the back muscles. We're engaging the hip flexors, engaging the abdominal, the lower abdominal muscles. And shoulders are just relaxed, don't engage them as well. And just relax on the floor. If you feel like, you can always close your eyes and just enjoy the activation of the muscles. And you should feel this mostly in your lower back, that's quite intensive there, and also in your legs and in your lower abdominal muscles. Very nice. And let's do last two. just relax down and relax the feet. If you want, you can shake the legs a little bit and then just relax on the floor. And once again, you can close your eyes for a second and feel the warmth in your legs and the lower back, in your lower abdominal muscles, and just enjoy the activation. Very well, we open our eyes again. We bring the legs in, so we bend them a little bit. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg and we're going to bring the middle of the foot of that leg on top of the knee of the other leg. We just touch and then we bring the leg down. And then we do this on the other side. Touch and bring down. Touch and bring down. Touch and bring down. And this exercise is working on the hip flexors as well. The hip flexors are basically what connects your legs to the upper body, so to the torso. They are connected right here in the middle part of your spine, going back and forward through the inner thigh. So that's where they attach to the legs, and this works quite a lot on them. And in case it works out that you cannot touch the knee, but you are somewhere here, then that's fine. Just do that and then drop. If you can touch, of course, try to touch. But if it doesn't work out, then don't worry about it. Just do it as you can do it, and don't rush yourself or don't overdo it. Don't push yourself too hard. So of course you want to do the exercise, but you don't want to overdo it. You want to kind of do it wherever your body feels the most comfortable, because we're working on the body in another way. We're not really pushing it with cardio and other intensive exercises. It's more relaxed. Very well. And don't forget, your head is looking forward. You can listen to my voice. I will tell you when we're changing something. And just continue. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is relaxed, your head is relaxed, your arms are relaxed on the floor. Very well. We're going to do just a few more. And let's do two last ones. And one last one here, since we start on the other side, and just relax. If you want, you can close your eyes again and notice where you feel the warmth of the activation of the muscles, and just notice where you feel it best. In this exercise, you're not supposed to bend your knees at all, so you just move them in the same kind of angle that you have them. So that's why it should be fine with your knees, but in case it feels somehow strange, then you can also skip it and just continue to the next one. Very well. Good. Now the next exercise could be quite good for some of you, but also could be problematic for others. So you really should feel if there is pain, and if there is pain, you should not do this exercise, but if there is no pain at all, then you can continue. Okay, so what we do is we open our feet a bit more. If you have a mat, you can kind of estimate with the mat distance, but if your mat is way too big, then don't do it so much. So you want to have them outside of your hips, so on the outer side of your hips. And what we do here is we relax. This is a bit tricky. We relax with the knees, we fall on the floor. Here, it's important that you relax everything. So you don't want to keep yourself in any way, and you want, if your leg goes in this direction, that's totally fine. If it goes somewhere else, that's also totally fine. If this leg doesn't reach to the floor, that's also totally fine. So just relax the way that your body feels most natural. From here, the tricky part is you have to collect with your hip. So when you notice right now is that your right hip is on the floor and the left hip is off the floor, right? So there is space, there is gap in the back. So what you want to do is to activate the muscles on the left side of your hip, of your pelvis, of your hip flexors, and you just want to collect, and also your abs, your lower abs, you want to collect, and then the knees are coming up just because you activated the muscles and you brought back the hips, they're connected. And then here you drop the knees on the left side or whichever side you're doing it on. Now here we do the same thing. We activate the hip, bring the hip down to the floor, and then the knees just go by themselves on the other side. So you don't have to stop them in the middle. We activate, bring them back in, and drop on the other side. And then we bring them back in, and we drop the knees. And we bring and drop knees. Now, if you have, continue doing this, but if you have pain on the opposite knee, so here you might have pain on this knee, then just make less space between your knees. So that would mean, for example, like this, and then you're going to feel less pain. Just make sure that you really collect with your hip and drop with your knees. If you can and don't feel pain when the knees are open, that's better than do it like that. But it's not a problem to bring them closer. Very well. And you can bring the hands to the side if you want. The head should be looking up and not down. And just make sure you bring it with the hip and the knees drop. So the last thing to arrive are the knees. The knees are arriving last from everything else. And drop. It's kind of a combination between a nice stretch here and an activation of the hip flexors especially, and a lot of other muscles that are in this area. But it's a very nice, you're gonna feel very nice warmth right here in the lower part of your back, right around the sacrum area. And it's very nice activation. It's really good exercise for people with lower back pain. Very good if you have a lot of walking, let's say, and then you have pain, then you can definitely go home and just do this. This is very helpful. And it also feels very nice. Very well. Let's do a few more. Such a nice exercise. And if it turns out that you're not sure if you're using your knees to come back or your hip, then I suggest that you explore different ways. So first come back with the hip and then notice when the knees are coming. And then afterwards try to come back with the knee and then see when the hip is coming. So you're gonna notice that when the knee is the driving force, then you have the hip coming last, which is quite funny. But of course, it makes total sense. So you can explore this by yourself and notice the differences. Let's do 2 more. So we started on the right side, and then we have to finish on the left side. We bring it back, and this time we're going to go on the other side. So we're going to go to the right side, just as if you sleep on the side. But what you're gonna do, so you're going to bring your arms behind your head, so your hands behind your head. You're going to have a straight back, so try to not curve in or don't have a straight back and then suddenly your head is forward. That's actually not good. And the other thing that you should take care of is that you have around a 90-degree angle, but this is actually very depending on how much stretch you want to have. I actually suggest if you're not flexible, then you want to have the knees lower. And if you're more flexible, then you can have them 90 degrees. So 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. This is kind of the optimal way that you can stretch, but since it is quite an intensive stretch, then you can really start with lower. It really depends on how you feel. So I suggest start with a bit lower, and then if this feels comfortable, you can slowly bring them higher, 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 and then at 90 degrees. You want to have the knees on top of each other like this, but when we go into the stretch, it's gonna lift off, and this is actually really normal. You just have to allow it, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to stretch properly, and you're not gonna be able to relax into the stretch. Okay, so we have a straight back, we bring the hands up, we have the knees together, on top of each other, so they're kind of aligned symmetrically. And what we do is we inhale, we go through the center, we exhale all the way to the back, and here in this side, you're gonna bring your head to the side. I'm gonna look at you so that I can talk, but your head should be on the other side. And here you'll see that my knee came up, my hip turned into like 45 degrees or so, and my shoulder is actually touching slightly the floor, but it's gonna go more and more with time. So it's actually very normal that you don't touch the floor with your shoulder, and this is totally fine. But if you are able to relax here more and not have the muscles contracted, then you're going to be able to stretch more. So I talked a bit too much, but here what we do, we inhale and exhale to stay. Let's go directly back, because I talked quite a lot. We go inhale through the center, exhale back. Let's do it again. This time I won't talk so much. We go up through the center and all the way back. Relax the knee. And here you inhale and exhale to stay. And when you exhale, really feel how your body is relaxing on the floor. Everything is relaxing. And then when you finish with your inhale and exhale, we go back. Inhale through the center and exhale all the way back. And again. Inhale through the center, exhale back. And here you stay to inhale and exhale. Relax on the exhale nicely, and then we continue with through the center, inhale, and all the way back, exhale. And let's do again. We inhale through the center, exhale back, relax. And we come back through the center and relax. And let's do it again. Don't forget to breathe in and out when you're arrived on the other side. Again, if you do it in a different speed, that's actually pretty okay, but try to count how much you do, so you do the same amount on both sides. And let's do last two. And our last one. Very nice. And now we're gonna go on the other side. So we bring ourselves. Actually, what you can do is you can easily just go on the other side. But since you have to see me and I have to talk to you, I will turn all the way around. We're going to do it the same thing on the other side. I'm reminding you, check the legs. If you want, you can bring them a little lower. If not, 90 degrees the optimal. Straight back, so don't curve it. The head should not be curved as well. Straight, and from here we go. Breathe in through the center, breathe out. Stay for breathing and breathe out here. And back. And whenever you're ready, you can start again. Breathe in through the center, breathe out, back. Stay for breathing and breathe out. Don't worry if the leg is lifting up, that's totally normal. And then we go through the center, breathe in and out, down, and again. Do it your own tempo. Just make sure that you do the same amount on both sides. That's only the important thing. And again. And make sure you relax nicely when you go to the side, and then when you breathe out again, you relax nicely. And here you breathe in and breathe out and let go. Let go of your shoulders, of your hip. And go back to the center and exhale out. We're gonna do two more. Breathe in through the center and out, and stretch nicely and just relax. And through the center and back. And our last one, we breathe in through the center, out all the way back. Relax here, breathe in and out. When you exhale, really feel everything relaxing, and when you're done, you can breathe in through the center and breathe out. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly and gently come up. The next exercise, we're going to do either standing up or sitting on a chair. So for the first exercise, we need a little bit more range of motion because we'll be working with the whole arm. We're going to start, make sure that you're straight and you're not already wrongly positioned. We're going to start with our arm. We're going to bring our right arm up. We're going to turn the palm. We're going to bring it back. And then we're going to wait here and we go back. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do with your breath in a second. I'm going to turn forward, and now let's do it on the other side as well. We'll bring it up, we turn it on side, we go back, we wait here for a second, we go back around, we turn, we go forward and down. Okay, let's do this again slower so you know what's happening. We bring our arm up, the palm is turning around. I'll do this very slowly, and I'll turn actually like this so you can see. Hop, hop, hop. So I keep it from this, I keep it, and then just keep turning from here so that my little finger is pointing up. Then I'm going to bring it back the same way, back, 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 back around. It's gonna end up looking the same way, palm out. Then we're going to turn the palm, bring the hand forward and down. Here what I do, what you can see, what I do is I go a little forward with my shoulder and down. I don't just go poof. Of course you can do that if you want to, but it's just nicer to bring another level to it. It's a little bit of a massage. Let's do it on the other side again, slow. We bring it up, we bring the palm on the side. We go around, 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 around. The little finger is pointing forward. forward. Then we will bring it all the way back. We turn the palm, we go forward and down. Very nice. Now we add the breath. We inhale to bring it up. We exhale to turn and keep exhaling to bring it all the way down. Little fingers pointing forward. We inhale to stay and we exhale to go back around, all the way back. The palm is looking this way. Now we inhale to turn the palm and exhale to go back, forward and down. Of course, what I do with my left hand, and you should just be relaxed, I'm just showing you with it, but just relax, the other hand is not doing anything. Now we relax this hand, we do the left. Bring it up, inhale, we exhale, turn, exhale, keep turning, and we bring the little finger forward. We inhale to stay, we exhale to go back around. We inhale to turn, we go forward and down, exhale. Very nice. Now we continue. We inhale to bring it up, we exhale to turn, we exhale to keep turning back, little fingers pointing forward. We inhale to stay, we exhale to go all the way back. We inhale to turn, we exhale to go forward and down. We inhale to come up, we exhale to turn, exhale to keep turning, little fingers pointing forward, and we inhale to stay. We exhale to go all the way back around, we inhale to turn, and then we exhale to go forward and down. Of course, don't really bring deep breaths in some cases, because you're gonna have a little bit of too much air going on, too much oxygen. You might feel a little lightheaded, so be careful with that. You can either do the movement slower or take a little bit more superficial breath, so you can decide what feels best for you. We bring the arm up. We turn the palm, exhale, we keep turning the whole arm and the little fingers pointing forward. We inhale to stay, we exhale to go all the way back up. We inhale to turn, we exhale to go forward and down. Very nice. We inhale to bring up, we exhale to turn, we exhale to keep turning all the way forward. The little fingers pointing forward, inhale to stay. And exhale to go all the way back up. Inhale to turn. And exhale to go forward and down. Let's do two more. Inhale to come up. Exhale to turn. And exhale to keep turning all the way down. We inhale to stay. And exhale to go back up. Inhale to turn. And whenever you're ready, exhale to go forward and down. We inhale to come up, we exhale to turn, exhale to go all the way back, a little forward. Inhale to stay and exhale to go all the way up. Inhale to come to the other side and exhale to go forward and down. We have one more on each side. Inhale to come up, exhale to turn, exhale to go back, and little fingers pointing forward. Inhale to stay. And whenever you're ready, you can go all the way back around, exhale. Bring the palm on the other side and inhale. And whenever you're ready, you can exhale and forward and down. Last time. We bring the arm up, inhale, exhale to turn and keep exhaling to keep turning and the little fingers pointing forward. Inhale and then exhale to go all the way back up. We inhale to turn. And whenever you're ready, you can exhale forward and down. Very nice. Just shake a little bit. Very nice. We're continuing with our shoulders. From here up, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Actually, shoulder rolls can be very efficient if you do them right. The problem is that people often don't really bring it back. So you want to really squeeze the shoulder blades back. This is something that people miss very often, this part. What they do is they do this, which is not engaging the like the back part, and what you should do is really back. You can see my back really squeezing. And the other way you can do, really squeeze. Don't just go the easy way. Here you need to push yourself. What we're going to do, we're going to start with the shoulder roll looking in the forward direction. So we're going to start down, we go back, we go up and forward. and turn. Turn. I'm gonna turn around to show you. You can stay looking forward, but I'm gonna turn around to show you how it looks. Engage everything. It's actually not an easy move. So if it's too easy, then you're doing it wrong. And if there is a bit of tension on the neck, that's normal. We're going to relieve that. Don't worry about that. And we're going to do 2 last ones. Very nice. Last one. Nice. Shake a little bit. And now we do the other way. We're going to bring forward, back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, squeeze, 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 and down. Don't do it too fast. Make sure you do it well. So we want to concentrate on the quality and not the quantity. You really want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Really squeeze. Shoulder blades coming together. Shoulder blades coming together. Shoulder blades coming together. This is really going to activate nicely and massage very nicely the shoulder blades. Very well. And just hang in there. I know it's getting hard. You're going to manage to pull through. If you want, close your eyes, play some music from before already, and focus on the movement. And just relax the rest. And if it makes a bit of noise, that's totally normal. If there is pain though, that's not so good. Very nice and last two. And very nice, and just shake everything, shake the head. I know you're already starting to feel tension here. That's totally normal. We're gonna relieve it. We're working from down up, so don't worry about this. And in case there is pain in any of the exercises, of course you can stop, but you have to be able to differentiate between good pain and bad pain, so to say. That's how I like calling it. The good pain is from training, but enough so that your body still feels good. And the bad pain is from injury. Very well. Now we're going to continue with something very similar, but we're going to do it a bit less intense, since shoulders could be getting a little hurt and you might have a little bit more tension here. We're going to bring the hands to the side, bring the tips of the fingers, tips of the fingers on top of our shoulders. We're going to make some circles with our elbows. We're going to start all the way down, all the way back, all the way forward, and all the way front. Now, you can do an easy version. This is an easy version. See how easy this is for me? I don't do any effort. You can see on my back, there's no effort. What you should do is really go back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Bring those elbows all the way up. Bring them forward as much as you can and down. So this is how it looks from the back. Go for it. Don't save any energy, and if of course there is too much pain, then you can relax, but really try to push as much as it's comfortable. And I know that your head could be coming forward when you do this. Don't try to keep it there. It's a little bit tricky, but still it's the better way to go. And let's do 2 last ones. I'll show you how it looks from the side. Yes, and we relax. Very nice shake. Okay, good. We went back and forward. Now we're gonna go the other way around. So we go forward as much as you can, Up as much as you can, back as much as you can, and down as much as you can. Something that I forgot to tell you, when you do this, you don't use the whole torso. So the torso is there, but the arms should be separate. So you want the arms to not go all the way out. You want the arms to be going away their own way, separately from the torso. Okay, let's go to the other side. We bring the elbows forward and back. I'll show you from the back. A little bit more. Here's from the side. And last two. Last one. And relax, shake. You might have some tension on the neck. So let's release this. We're first gonna bring shoulders up as much as possible to the ears. Imagine they're bringing them up to the ears and up to the ears. And then just let them go, let them drop at some point when you want to drop. You just let them drop. We bring them up again. Up the shoulders, up to the ears. And then whenever you feel like you just drop. And let's do it again. Up to the ears as much as you want, as much as you can. And whenever you feel like you can just drop them. This looks a little funny, doesn't it? You bring it up as much as you can, and then you just drop it. And let's do it 2 more times. Up to the ears, and drop. You might feel the tension. Up to the ears, we're gonna release that, and to the ears, and down, release. Shake the head a little bit if you want to. And we're going to bring the ear to the shoulder to release the tension here. And to the other shoulder, and again. Just switch in your own tempo. Notice if one side is going a little further than the other side. Notice if there is any difference between the two sides. That's possible, actually. Very, very possible. Especially if you have scoliosis or some other tense muscles or issues. Very nice. Let's do last two first to the right side and then to the left side. We bring the arm on top to the right. We bring a little in the diagonal to release a little bit here in the back. Very nice. And let go. And we go on the other side. First on the side and then directly to the diagonal to release here on the side. And then just relax it. We're going to do our last 2 exercises. This is our nodding exercises. They're supporting the muscles right here on top, which are supporting the atlas and our head. So they're really important. These are the muscles you use when you chat on your phone. Okay, let's do this. So first we're going to bring the head down. So we nod no. Actually yes, but in Bulgaria it's no. Okay, so we nod no, yes. Anyways, we nod down. But when you do this, you want to have only the first vertebra or 2 and not use everything down, right? So you want to be straight and do only down. And if you have a forward head, then you need to bring the chin back. So you want to bring it back and then down. The chin is going to the neck. Then we go into the diagonal, but you don't want to bring it up. You want to keep the back, but just in the diagonal. And then we go down. And you can see if you're doing it right, if you can still talk properly when you do this. Because if you do something weird, then you're gonna talk weirdly. Okay, then we drop down and diagonal. And again, down and diagonal. And down. I'm gonna come closer to see it for you to see. And up. So it's here. This part, elongating and shortening, and elongating, very nice elongation here, and shortening. I have my students tell me the shortening is very interesting feeling since we don't do it as much anymore. We look down, but we actually rarely look up. And let's do last ones. So we do one down and one up. Relax. Last exercise, we're going to go with our head to the side and to the side, side, side. And this is basically also exercising the same muscles. One was down and up, the other is on the sides, here and a little bit in the diagonal. And you just notice if there is any difference between the two sides. There could be, again, especially if one side is more tense than the other. You're gonna feel nice warmth in the muscles. Very nice. Let's do last ones. One on the side, one on the other side. And just shake. You can bring your arms on the back and just bring up. Because here we use the muscles quite a lot. So you want to bring up the feeling of warmth, the feeling of activation, the feeling of energy. Bring it to the head, and if you want, you can continue up with a small massage of your head. This is always very nice. You can always do this if you want to. Just do around to relax, and then just close your eyes for a second and notice how you feel. Take a deep breath. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope that this is very helpful. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any questions, or if you want anything specific, like a specific part of your body that you want to exercise or activate. And I hope to see you next time. Subscribe if you like this.